One more time for Karen Good. Our next award is going to be going out to our Outstanding Youth in Philanthropy Award. We have a recipient that's going to be coming up here in a minute, and before we introduce that recipient, I want to take a moment on behalf of AFP and recognize the importance of our youngest community members getting involved, getting active, and making a difference in their own community. Excuse me. The youth who are involved today, from hosting fundraising efforts to donation drives and speaking about organizations that they care about, they are who our philanthropic leaders will be tomorrow. And thanks to the generosity of Ms. Marcy Friedman, we have 10 youth who are joining us here today who are making a difference in our community. So we're going to ask these youth to be to stand up and be recognized. We have members of the El Dorado Hills National Charity League. We have some philanthropic leaders from St. Francis. You can stay standing, stay standing. Student leaders from Cristo Rey High School, Sacramento. And student leaders from Sacramento Country Day School. So stay up for a second. These students are not only leaders in their schools, but they also serve on boards. They put on turkey trots to benefit local nonprofits, many in this room. They tutor younger students, and they do a whole lot more. We do thank them for joining us here today, and hopefully they'll be nominated for an award in coming awards in the future. So one more time, let's hear it for our superstar youth. Aren't you all truants right now? Like, what's on the It's the middle of the school day. What's going on? So this award not only comes with a plaque that they get to have, but a scholarship as well, and usually a $500 scholarship. But this year, thanks to the generosity of Ms. Marcy Friedman, the scholarship has been increased, they don't know this, to $1,500 this year and next year as well. So how about that? So we're going to bring up our youngest honoree to say a few words. She's our Outstanding Youth in Philanthropy. Her name is Lizzie Allison. So let's give her a round of applause. We'll make her So Lizzie is the president and founder of Team Celebrate. Her desire to help children in foster care stemmed from performing at the age of 9 in the musical Annie. So since then, she's always wanted to help orphans, kids in foster care, youth, who, because of her young age, she couldn't really find a way to help until now. Lizzie decided to start her own nonprofit where kids like her and other volunteers can help foster youth. As Lizzie says, quote, celebrating birthdays is something everyone can understand and enjoy, and that's where she leans in. She's a sophomore at St. Francis High School, wants to make her high school years count by bringing joy to local kids in foster care around the Sacramento area. She's a straight-A student, shocker, and an active volunteer with the National Charity League up in El Dorado Hills, and she's very also passionate about playing basketball, and there's nothing about being a Sacramento Kings fan. If you say you are a Warriors fan, I'm going to leave. Are you? Stop it! There's a knife up here for a reason, people. I would never shank a kid. Come on. So since starting Team Celebrate last May, Lizzie has had an incredible time learning how to run her own nonprofit. She's enjoyed designing her own website, conducting business meetings to develop partnerships, giving presentations to groups to raise awareness of the foster care system at large, and to inspire volunteers to join her in celebrating local foster kids. So she hopes to continue this work and go on then to law school to advocate for kids in the foster care system as well. What a prize. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome up Lizzie.
Thank you. Everyone, please close your eyes. Try to imagine everything I'm going to tell you. Imagine being separated from your parents and not knowing when you'll get to see them again. You are told by people you've never met before to pack up a couple of your favorite things and place them in a trash bag. You are taken to live in a home with complete strangers. You probably switch houses a couple of times, each time living with a new family and going to a different school. You miss your siblings because they are living with some other strangers. You're most likely falling behind in school, depressed, and you could even be facing abuse. And oh, by the way, it's your birthday tomorrow. But no one cares. Please open your eyes. This is the life of a foster child, and this is foster care. Foster children are the forgotten people of our society. There are over 62,000 foster kids in California, and about 4,000 foster kids just in our Sacramento region. Foster children face horrendous odds. A foster child is 2 times more likely to suffer from PSD than a war veteran. By age 19, 50% of girls in foster care become pregnant. 70% of human trafficking victims are former foster youth, and 76% of our prison inmates were once in foster care. Foster children enter the system because of no fault of their own. However, they are the ones who are suffering. This spring, I started my nonprofit, Team Celebrate, and we celebrate the lives of foster youth one birthday at a time. I believe with all the hardships and challenges these kids face, they deserve to have at least one happy and special day. We create individualized birthday boxes filled with all of the essentials to throw a birthday party, such as plates, napkins, cups, goodie bags, party decorations, a birthday gift, a cake. Everything needed to throw a party, we put it in a box, we wrap it, we make it really cute, and then we give it to the foster child. And by doing this, we are bringing that child joy, happiness, and most importantly, a feeling of being loved. This year, we had a goal of celebrating 100 birthdays, and thanks to our incredible team of over 400 volunteers, in our first 6 months, we have celebrated over 102 birthdays. I'm so honored and grateful to accept this year's Youth Outstanding Award in Philanthropy, and I would like to thank AFP for this amazing opportunity. I'd also love to thank my team. We named Team Celebrate Team because our goal was to empower others, especially kids, to become leaders in their community and become aware of the foster care crisis. I'd like to thank my friends and family, especially my parents, my grandma, and my sister, for being so supportive. I'd like to thank my middle school and elementary school principal, Mrs. Mirage, who's here today, from Golden Hills School in El Dorado Hills, and my high school president, Mrs. Rogers from St. Francis High School, who's there today. Thank you so much, and their schools have been so supportive, great partners for Team Celebrate. I'd also like to thank my teen board members here today, Peyton and Shelby, for joining our team and helping us spread birthday magic to as many kids as possible. I'd also like to give a huge shout out to Kristen Forder for being such an amazing board member. I'd also like to thank our partners who do so much good for foster kids in the community and allow us to celebrate your kids' birthdays. So I'd like to thank the Sacramento Children's Home, Lilliput Families, Sierra Forever Families, Koinonia, CPS Sacramento, and Royal Family Kids. I hope I've inspired everyone today to become advocates for foster children. Superman was a foster child, and I hope all of you become birthday heroes to foster children. Please help us share our mission and and what we do to your local church, your kids' school, your kids' Girl Scout troop, your service organization, and tell them what we do, and you guys can get involved. Help share us on social media, and join our team by becoming one of our adult advocate board members or one of our volunteers. So thank you for celebrating.
Stop it with the Superman with a foster kid bid. Come on. How old? Sophomore? You're gonna have a job before you walk out of here. That's what's gonna happen. Beth Hassett's like, get her.